Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh again, and welcome to another episode of Success Theories. So, this is the sixth reprogramming episode, and its sister or brother, whatever you want to call it, is the video I made on self pity, deprogramming self pity. Okay, so obviously, this video has to be about the opposite of what self pity is, but that brought me to this really deep question. What is the opposite of self pity? And then I decided to do some research on it. And after so many seconds of research, I came to nothing. Like, literally nothing. Like, everyone was putting self pity as a good thing, and I put it as a bad thing. So then I just went in this giant jumble of confusion. Like, why is the world thinking that self pity is a good thing? So then I decided I'm just going to have to do research in my brain. And I have come to a conclusion. The opposite of self pity, the opposite of those people who just feel bad for themselves 24/7, is bum, 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 sucking up and dealing with it. Yes, dealing with it, or being solution oriented, is the actual opposite of self pity. So, self pity is when you misjudge a situation and end up finding yourself as the victim when really it's not really that much of a big deal. Okay, so in order to not be a pitiful person who doesn't really deserve anything because they just feel bad for themselves no matter what and think that there's something that deserves, I don't know, everyone's servitude, you have to be self-correcting and you have to be able to work out solutions. So let me tell you more about this topic of self-correction, accountability, and finally dealing with it. So, in order to create this solution-oriented mindset, you first have to deprogram your reaction zone. Okay, so let's say that you are in charge of cleaning the living room. Okay, I'm in charge of cleaning the living room in my house. You have to train your reaction to someone brutally messing up your living room from going to, oh my gosh, like everyone's just trying to make my life harder, to, hey, maybe my little sister just literally doesn't know where else to put the board game right now. You have to just go to her and say very nicely, hey, I just cleaned up the room and mommy's about to check my living, so can you go in the den? Okay? That's all. And I'm so bad at this, okay? My mom just gave me a huge, amazing, inspiring lecture. I wish she was on YouTube to give it to y'all herself. I could never transmit such a magnanimous speech. But yeah, really, I feel uplifted and ready to not be a self-pitiful person. Anyways, but yeah, it's very simple to be solution-oriented. Actually, all it requires is erasing the drama. Just take the drama out of every situation. Okay? So I'm going to give a couple of three examples of times where you can change self-pity to actually growing yourself by becoming self-accountable, solution-oriented, and self-correcting. Okay, let's get into it. Number one, you are a sibling and you are a middle child. I'm a middle child. You have a little sister and a big sister, or big brother and little brother. You feel that because you have to listen to your older sisters out of respect, your older siblings out of respect, then you're already bound. But because you're little siblings, you have to, act more merciful and loving to them. That's also a crutch. Okay, so now it's like, wow, I have to listen to everyone. Okay, let's change that around. That was self-pity, okay? Just because you're the middle child does not mean you have to listen to everyone, and even if it does, there's nothing wrong with that, okay? So, let's flip this situation to a self-correcting solution or oriented. Okay, I think there's having a police chase outside Airline Highway. Anyhow, so you could just easily flip around that situation to realizing, hey, you actually have the rights of a big sister and a little sister. Okay, why are you looking at your restrictions? Look at the rights you get. The next example is going to be of a wife who feels like, wow, so I cook, I clean, I do all the housework. Sorry about my siblings' voices. Um, so they think that she thinks that, wow, I do all the cooking, cleaning, I maintain this house, and I don't get a single cent. Okay, all I get is, yeah, my family's love and, care. They do love me and stuff, but honestly, there's nothing I can buy with that. Okay, flip the situation around. You have a currency that no one can beat. Okay, love is earned. Okay, it's respect is earned. These are things that you can only get through service and through valuable actions. Okay, those kids, they don't take anyone else as their mom like how they do it with you. When you get old, they're gonna take care of you. That husband of yours, sure, you don't get a salary like he does, but think about how much you benefit from his love. Okay, the love he gives you, no other guy is gonna give it to you. Okay, and no anybody. Okay, a boss doesn't give an employee love. They give money. Understand the value of what you do have. Our final example is going to be a minority that people are kind of discriminating against. That could be Muslim, that could be black, that could be Latino. Okay, for this example, let's put a let's say a black person. Okay, they feel a lot of self-pity because they're like, wow, we haven't done anything wrong in our life. We were just born with this color and now people are discriminating against us. Think about something else. Every time someone says something about you behind your back, you don't even know about it. You get on the day of judgment, you're gonna get to keep some of that person's hard work's earning. Okay, let's say that person fed a poor person. You had nothing to do with that deed of theirs, and yet you're gonna get the benefits out of it. Okay, guys, self-pity, it's only gonna make you more pitiful. Okay, really, like I'm like in life, whenever we see somebody who's going through self-pity, my mom's just like, self-pity, and like we can see, and my mom then presents this example. Imagine if she did that instead of pitying herself, and we're like, they would just look so much more beautiful, guys, beautiful, if they were just not pitying themselves. Okay, people really, really undermine the benefits of being self-correcting and not having pity on themselves and not feeling bad for themselves, because honestly that's what's keeping you from being happy. Okay, you can't have self-pity and also be happy. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, so if you want to get that half of success, remember, success is happiness and efficiency. If you want to get that happiness, you're going to have to stop pitying yourself. You're going to have to start dealing with it. Deal with situations. It's like a puzzle, okay? Take it like a puzzle. It's a fun game. You have a situation, okay? Take the end part, bring it to the beginning. Suddenly, wow, this is actually a good situation that I'm in, not a bad one. Anyhow, thank you for watching. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.